Hey guys, I'm just gonna make kind of a random video, not my usual thing, except it's kind of what I actually wanted to do from the beginning when I started my blog, so it's kind of funny. But I saw, a couple posts and a couple of videos regarding people considering bariatric surgery, gastric bypass surgery, and it just sparked my interest because it's something that I've always thought that I had a very set opinion about, and but when I look into it a little bit more, I see that it might really be very helpful to some people. But I have known a few people in my life that have had it, and I don't think any of them had any problems from it. They lost their weight. A lot of them were very unshapely afterwards, but I think they also have plastic surgeries now for that. But you're talking about spending a lot of money, so you got to be ready to do that. So this is my uneducated opinion about it. So I've kind of researched it, but don't burn me at the stake if I say something wrong. But from what it looks like gastric bypass surgery has a lot of risks, and it has a strict diet that you have to follow after the surgery, and you have to take vitamins just so your body doesn't not have nutrients. It sounds very, very drastic. So if it's something that you're looking into, I'm sure that you've exhausted every single effort to try to do it on your own. And if you haven't, then I really suggest doing that because from what I've read about it, it's not a quick fix. Like, they say that if you're still not willing to have a healthy eating style, then you really shouldn't do the surgery, because that's what's required of you after you lose all the weight. You still would have to take the necessary steps that you would normally just to keep it off. So, and that's why they say a lot of people have gained the weight back after gastric bypass surgery, which is, to me, inconceivable. Like, how do you get most of your stomach removed and then gain the weight back? I personally have gained weight back from losing it. I've gained 100 pounds, or close to it. Yeah, 100 pounds. And, I know how that feels. It's the most terrible feeling in the world, and it's the most embarrassing feeling in the world. And I hate myself every day for letting myself get back up to this weight. So I couldn't imagine what it's like to actually have a surgical procedure done and then me gain the weight back from that. Oh my goodness. Because I'm already there. I know what it's like to gain the weight back. But in my research, I came across the lap band procedure, and it kind of mimics gastric bypass in the sense that it is portioning off a section of your stomach, but it does it with a silicone band. And this silicone band is filled with saline or water to expand, or they can extract the saline or water from it to either tighten or loosen the band around the stomach, making the portion of the stomach bigger or smaller. So, and it's removable. Once you've lost all the weight, the band can be removed. Or you can keep it on, just for maintenance, I suppose. But it just seems like so much better of an option. And I want all of you out there who are thinking about having this surgery to look into that first, because it just seems like it doesn't have the mortality rate that gastric bypass does. It doesn't have as many of the health complications that come with it afterwards, like people losing their hair and just all the really unhealthy things that tend to happen after gastric bypass. This is just more non-invasive. I think that once they put the bands in, they make a small incision. I think they put it in with these little tools. I think you're either out the same day or the next day. You're only out, you only have to stay home from work for a week or something. And it really, you know, it really sounds like the better alternative when it comes to the two. And like I said, it's, you know, my semi-uneducated point of view, but I think that when you do something permanent to your body, like remove a portion of an organ, you know, you really got to think about that. You really do. And if there's an alternative option that mimics what that surgery does without messing your internal organs up, I really, really urge anybody who's thinking about the surgery to look into that first. You know, and I read that a lot of insurance companies are covering it now, too. So I know a lot of insurance companies are covering gastric. You could check with yours to see if they do the lap band instead, just because, you know, it just sounds so much safer, and I would hate for people to go out there and get something drastic done when they can do something that, you know, won't threaten their health and won't threaten their life. So that's my point of view. I guess I just had to get it out there. So I'll check you guys later.